You open a book and suddenly you are in another world. You feel someone else's pain. You celebrate their joy. You cry when they die and miss them like a real friend. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why do we love books so much? Today let's dive into the psychology of book lovers and why some of us just can't stop reading. When you read a story, your brain lights up like fireworks. Neuroscientists have found that reading fiction activates the same areas of the brain as real-life experiences. When a character walks, runs, or eats, your brain mirrors it. Like it's happening to you. This is called embodied cognition. In other words, when you read it, you live it. That's why books don't just entertain, they immerse us. They become a part of who we are. Have you ever missed a character like they were a real person? You're not alone. There's a term for that, parasocial relationships. It means we form real emotional connections with fictional people, and our brains treat them like friends. That's why finishing a good book can feel like a breakup. We are grieving. We are saying goodbye. Reading isn't passive, it's deeply emotional. People say books are just an escape, and you know that they are. But that's not a bad thing in a world full of stress, screens, noise, and pressure. Reading gives your mind a place to breathe. It's mental travel. It's therapy without the cost. It's a way to feel something real in a safe place. Escapism isn't weakness, it's self-preservation. Did you know that fiction readers often score higher in empathy? That's because stories force us to step into someone else's shoes. You begin to understand what it's like to be lonely, also to be different, to struggle to survive. The more you read, the wider your heart becomes. Books don't just make us smarter, they make us kinder. Book lovers don't just like reading, they live it. We decorate our room with books. We collect them like trophies. We create online accounts just to talk about them. And let's be honest, sometimes we even judge others based on whether they read or not. Because reading becomes a part of what we are, and books help us become what we meant to be. If you have ever cried over a fictional death, if you have ever reread a line 5 times because it was just that beautiful, if you have ever stayed up until 3 a.m. just to finish the next chapter, then you are not crazy. You're a reader. And science says that's a pretty amazing thing to be. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow book lovers. And tell me in the comments, what's a book that changed the way you see the world?